Hello Stampers, I'm Kelly Acheson at stampabove.com coming to you from Menasha, Wisconsin. One thing I wanted to share with you, have you ever gotten a card together and you look at it and go, sure wish I would have done a little bit of this or a little bit of that. And you're like, well, it's all done now, so what am I going to do? Well, I am not one to give up. I am no quitter. So what I found out when I looked at this card is I decided that I wanted a black layer behind this pretty new Seaside spray color and also behind my white layer. So now what do? I've glued this all down. It's stuck good because, you know, our glue works great. Cards don't fall apart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my bone folder. Now you could pull this up and it's going to get bent and crinked and tear. But I find that if I use my bone folder just like this, I have a much better chance of getting this layer off of here without destroying any of the pieces. All right, here we go. Look at that. Pretty cool, huh? Now let's see if I can be as successful with this white layer. It's a lot bigger. You're just going to slide your bone folder in there, and you'll notice when I put my glue on the back of my cards, I don't use, or I should say the back of my layers, I don't use a lot of glue. And the reason is, if I ever want to take it apart like this, I might have success doing that if I didn't slather it with glue. And as you can clearly see, you don't need to slather your cards with glue because our glue works really good. They are not going to fall apart. So some of you might say, oh, I would just start over. But like I said, I am no quitter. And I'm going to give this just a really good try so that I can put a layer underneath of it. Look at that. Everything's looking pretty good here. Keep going. I can hear it under there separating. This one, like I said, is harder because it's a bigger layer. Let's see what we can do here. So this is what I don't, whoops, I just tore it there, but we're still gonna be okay because the glue can hold it down. I might have to just redo this layer. Oh, here it comes. Seems like a lot of work to go through, right? Well, sometimes it's just worth it, especially if you don't have a lot of cardstock and you don't want to be wasting. Let's see how I'm doing under here. It's getting there, you guys. It's getting there. We're almost ready where we can pull this off. Ha! Look at that. Okay, so if you want to remove some of this, you can, but you have to be very careful so that it doesn't tear down past where you're going to see that pretty Seaside spray layer after I get the other layers on the front of my card, right? So you have to be careful about that. But yeah, sometimes I'm a real stickler this way, and sometimes, I don't know, sometimes maybe I just enjoy the challenge of seeing, can I really do it? All right, so what I did here, I've got my 4x5 1/4 inch layer, and I cut this just 1/8 of an inch bigger. So I'm going to add some glue here. Now you've got these little pieces here. You can kind of tear those off so they don't make little lumps underneath your card layer. We've got this little piece here that ripped. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to add a little bit of glue there just to stick that back down. And I think that the way that our flowers are looking here where I've stamped it, you're never even going to see it. Yeah, look at that. You can't even see that at all. So that's cool. Okay, now you're probably like, Kelly, you destroyed that whole card. You are not going to make that look decent. Well, I am. And I'm going to show you. Here we go. I just really felt like the black was going to make my card pop more. I like the card, but I thought it was kind of ho-hum. It didn't really speak to me. Here we go. We've just got that tiny little margin of the Seaside spray sticking out there. And then here comes our little layer. Now, I think this is, let me measure this. This is 2 by 3. Yep, that's what I thought it was. And now we're just going to lay this right, whoops. Let's put that black in here, the whole point of tearing the card apart. Oh my Lord. Here we go, just 1/8 of an inch bigger, so 2 1/8 by 3 1/8. I think this is going to be a fantastic improvement on what was an okay card. But now I've got that black in there. That really, really makes it pop. What do you guys think? In case you missed that video, this is the beautiful friendship stamp set. It's a brand new one by Stampin' Up. I absolutely love the watercolor type images in here. And the hydrangea, oh, my favorite. I love these, especially for stamping. And then we've got this scripty 3D folder, and it's probably hard to see in the camera. I hope you can see this, but that's what I used on this Seaside Spray layer. So I've got Highland Heather, Seaside Spray, and Pool Party. And I just absolutely love this stamp set. And of course, you have to get the folder with it because the scripty folder just kind of goes along with the beautiful flowers. So that's how you can tear apart a card and change it and make it oh so much better if you feel like it's, ho-hum. Thank you guys so much for joining me for my Wednesday, wait, what? Tip video. You know that if you go to my blog every Wednesday, along with my tip video, I also have a joke of the week. I feel that we should laugh frequently. And you guys hear me laugh all the time. I think it's good for the soul. And so I have a joke on my blog every Wednesday. You can head right over there. If you'd like to place an order for any of the products that I've shown you or any Stampin' Up products, you can head over to my blog. Click in the right-hand column and is an online ordering button when you get there, and you will also find the host code for the month right now. Use that host code if your order is under $150. If it's over, don't use the code. You'll get your own Stampin' Rewards. Check out my joke, get a little giggle. Sometimes they're groaners, you know, those cringy ones. It's like, ugh. But sometimes they're pretty funny, and sometimes I hope they just bring a smile to people's faces. Okay, if anybody needs a catalog, you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator. You can click right, well, you can't click right here, but here's my email address. Pop me an email and say you'd like a catalog. Don't forget to include your address, and I would be happy to send you a catalog. Thank you guys so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to spend it with me. Have a great Wednesday. Bye-bye.